Hola, 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 hola. I'm trying to see comments. Hello. Maybe just bring it up over here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Just want to know. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm trying to come in and attend my own live. And there's a reason. I want to be able to engage and interact. Okay, so that's definitely me. And you can hear me. I'm going to say my hellos. Let's see who's all here. Shawana, how are you? Virtual hugs. Let's see. Sparkles the lady. Oh, Care Bear's here. Hi, Care Bear. How are you? Shantae. So, how's everybody doing tonight? I was playing with makeup. Yes, you guys all know I have the Eternals makeup palette. I took Mariah. I'm sorry, I have a cousin named Mariah. I took Marissa's makeup class last fall. She did a Zoom makeup class. It was an awesome class. Learned a lot of information. And I've been having fun with makeup ever since. So just wanted to kind of share this look. So I usually do the darkest color, usually either inside or up top. I I put the darkest color on the outside. If you guys can see, that is like a blue hue right there. It's the immortal blue. Okay, and then inside the lid, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a green. I forget what it was called, but it's green. And then I have a little bit of, just to lighten up the violet, I had a little bit of banana from my peanut butter and jelly palette by, I'm sorry, I forget the name of Urban Decay, I think it is, makeup palette. Yeah. So it smells so good. Oh my God, love one to makeup. So the banana, which is really light, and then the violet is like a jelly. I can think it's grape jelly. But you get the aromas and stuff, so it makes it even more fun. So as you can see, my hair is still straight, guys. It has been straight for quite a long time, but it will be, I believe, tomorrow, 92 or 93 degrees. So because of that, I am celebrating my official summer look, because I know summer was the other day. Spring was the other day. But I will be getting my curls back. So I just wanted to kind of, memorialize the straight look one last time with the butterfly before she goes back to curls. And you guys know I love my curls and I wear them all over on top of my head. So with that said, let me jump into, I can see chat moving, but I want to jump in and say hi to everyone that's come in. Lazy's here. Lazy, my lazy. Oh, Cheryl's here. Hey, Cheryl. And oh, it all looks great. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. So that is what you see going on here. Wanted to kind of share that. Yeah, other things that I have been. So if you guys have been around for a while, you know that I love diamond painting. And I came into diamond painting by way of cross stitch. I used to cross stitch. That was my thing. It was the bigger craft. I do crochet as well. I also do planners, actual planners, not the digital planners, because I understand there's, two different worlds, and, they don't like each other or something to that effect. So I stay on the actual paper planner side, but I welcome the digital planners here as well. It's all love. It's all love. Um, so I'm gonna turn my angle. I feel like I think it's got a little bit better. I was gonna say I feel like there's no neck from that other angle. Now, you guys can see my neck. Because, when you're just looking down here, it look like, is that her neck, going up under her hair? No, those are big shoulders. So, yeah. Unfortunately, for these big shoulders, I have a little neck. When I was going into the MEP station, because I was trying to go into the Army years ago, um, because I was 5 pounds over. Whenever you're 5 pounds over, they do what's known as a tape measure, and they tape measure, parts of your body, and you'll lose. Trust me, you're gonna lose the 5 pounds when you go through their boot camp. So they're not worried about that, but they do want to make sure, body wise, that you can be tape measured and you fall within a certain BMI and things like that. So I had to go to tape measure at the MEP station. So they measure, around your armpits, around the widest parts of your boobs. Yes, got boobs. Your waist. I had a very small waist back then. Small wrist, small ankles. Oh my God, they were so worried. It was like, I don't know. She tiny in all the wrong places. That's very mean to say to somebody, but I would take that right now. So what they said to me was, "Oh no, she's tiny in all the wrong place." When they got to my neck, they was like, "Oh, I don't know if she gonna make it. We need her. Oh, her neck is liable to be the size of a 10-year-old." I think it was 19 or 20, maybe 18. I might have been 18. I can't remember, but I know. Right as they were about to measure my neck, because my neck is small for all these shoulders. Also, um, the military police came in to get me. They walk in 4 strong, like you see in the movies. Yes, they are armed, and they look like they about to carry out Patton or somebody. And then they ask for me. They ask for me like I didn't rob the FBI or something. I'm not lying. This is a true story. But they came in to tell me. Obviously, when you go up to the MEP station, you're going to be there. I think it's 2 days. It might be 3, but at the time, I was in my second day. So, and you're going through all these rigorous training and things like that. It's right before they put you on the bus and take you off to boot camp. Long story short, my parents knew where I was at, wasn't running away or anything like that. I just, I watched the episode, Private Benjamin, maybe, I'm not sure. Um, and got this notion in my head, like I wasn't even prepared. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't drinking water and things like that. And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going into the armed force. I'm gonna go to the Army. Don't watch TV and then make decisions. It's like going to a bar. Don't get drunk and then you look at the guy and make poor decisions. Long story short, my parents knew where I was at, and so when the military police came in to get me, a relative of mine had passed away. It's a relative I probably hadn't seen since I was 1.5, 2 years old, but the Army didn't need to know that. They just needed to know she's going to be suffering, she's going to be in grieving, and she's probably going to ask to leave anyway. So we might as well make this happen. And so they came in like I just robbed the president. 4 military police strong, armed with them big, rifles and the stripes around, the arm. Exactly, like Private Benjamin, except it was me, Tia, and I wasn't a private yet. So, so they cart me off. I mean, everybody like, oh, when you go away and you're doing like a roommate type situation, a dorm type of event, like our retreats and things, you bond with people. And there's nothing wrong with that, with building, relationships and bonds and things. So we can't be getting carted off by the military police 4 strong, like I done robbed the president after I just bonded with these people. Now you know what that looked like. And I'm sure the pettiness was, abound, because I can tell you, I would have had scenarios made up too. I was, I ain't going nowhere with that Shawana. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. And now the military police is here. I knew something was up with her when she was dropping it like it's hot on that dance floor. See, she didn't drink a ring. she didn't drink her drink right. That's what I was trying to say. She didn't drink it right. It was something about the way she tilted it. She put a little pinky up. That's why they're here. And so you could tell there was judgment on everybody's face. Like nobody on my side. Nobody on my side. They called my name. People like hide your judgment. It's all I'm gonna say. Hide it. There was people immediately, soon as they called my name, stepping to the side. Like, are you serious? You gonna get some of this on you? Like you stepping to the side, you gonna get some on. It's like 88, 89, something like that. But they stepping to the side. There's no COVID in the air. This is what I'm talking about. Hi, angels. And to one mama. So, so my feelings was hurt because I felt like, pass judgment in private. It is not 2022. Judgment gets passed, face to face nowadays. But this is like 40 years ago. No, not 40 years ago. I'm sorry about that. It's 30 plus years ago, 35 or something like that. So if the military police are coming to get me and they walking out four strong, I need for somebody to have my back. You okay, girl? You all right with, you need me to call somebody? Ask me a couple questions or something. But the judgment was all over everybody's face. Like I said, they were stepping aside. You ever seen the movie Moses? I don't know if you ever seen the movie Moses, but in the movie Moses, he took this like scepter thing. He was like, whoa! And he pointed the thing and water separated. Guess what happened to me? I kid you not. I cannot make this stuff up. As they are escorting me out of the room, everybody's separating. Like the line is just open. We don't have to go to the outside of the room to walk to the exit. Everything is opening up. It's like, biblical. I'm just just leaving. Uh, so we get into the room and I'm thinking, what did I do? I thought all the way back to there was a time where a law might have not been observed as it should have as we grow older. And so one time I remember I asked, can I? And the answers were no, oh hell no, nuh-uh, before I got the question out. You know how we talk to our kids, we talk to our babies like them, and don't ask. We can give them a look. And the look says, and you better not ask me again. So I know I had been told, but the look followed. No, oh hell no, don't ask again. So I might have walked out the store with it. Just saying, I believe it was a pack of dentine gum. No judgment, right? We talking about no judgment. And think about this. We back in time. We back in time. We don't. And as I was just saying, I was trying to get into the army. So we know it happened years before I was trying to get in the army. Anyway, long story short, because I feel the judgments. I feel the judgment. So let's just we'll saw it out of the air. We'll saw the judgment out of the air. So there may have been a time where I might not have fully observed the law. Keep in mind, this is underage because obviously as an adult, yeah, can't wait. It's going to be so good. Someone in the chat just said Bridgerton. Let me go and see who all just came in. A lot of people have come in, you guys. Oh, I'm going. Let's see. Robin is reading all the things. Rochelle's here. D-Nick. D-Nick, what are you doing? I thought you were taking the night off to romanticize with your wife. Oh, Crashly, am I jealous? I love the decal. Man, if Billy, if you're in here, I have given you all the ideas and you could be making money. I, as your manager, could be making a percentage of this money. But there are some people who are going to pass you. Just saying, come to me. I'll get you that marketing kit. So, moving on. Yes, Rebecca's in the house. And Jason! Hey, Susan! Okay, so I just wanted to say hello to everybody. So back to the story. There might have been a time or two where I failed to. Jean, mom's gonna be so happy. She's been asking about you. Hi, Jean. How's my Jean? I believe it's my Jean. But okay, she's been asking about you. She feels a connection. So I did ask Rebecca, and she gave a little update. I just wanted you to hear it from me because mom's in her room laying down. Okay. Um, so, so I haven't been observing the law. That was the main thing time that I can think about. I believe it was Dentine. Yeah, I believe it was Dentine. Dentine was like more expensive. Long story short, I'm thinking back, all the way back to there. I know they ain't been watching me since I put that gum in my pocket. It is the longest walk. It probably, in today's terms, might be the distance from here, maybe to my restroom. I'm just saying. But at the time, I felt like I was walking from Cleveland, where were we at? The convention center to the Taj Mahal. It was the longest walk. I felt like it took days. So I'm walking. Four military police. They are so formal. I can't even, when just the two men in front of you, you gonna get a quick peek, right? You gonna, no, he ain't got nothing. Oh, it's fluffy, it's pointing. I am so scared. I'm not even getting a little wink in. I'm not checking. I'm not looking at the booty, the two booties in front of me. I'm just saying. So that's how scared I am. I don't know what didn't happen. So I get inside. Finally, we go in. They're like, we'll wait outside the door. Like they about to really cart me off. I don't know what happened. Then I don't know if he was a colonel or what, but he says we have some disturbing news. One moment, we need to call. So they want to call in, I guess, in today's standards, a grief counselor or something. Um, And so they call in someone else, and I'm waiting. And they walked from the clinic, Cleveland Center, to the Taj Mahal as well, because it was like another 22 minutes. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I literally think that they call in, they got a mistake on my identity, because, we got to go through all kind of fingerprinting and things. They was getting, I mean, they could tell you how many cilia I have on the top of my middle toe or something. They went through every test to get us in. So I'm like, did my cells mix with someone else's and they got the wrong me? I don't know. So she finally comes in and they call my dad. So my dad is on the old type conference because nowadays they would have had a hologram picture of him. He was like, hey, looking like me but with short hair and things. And my dad's white, so but still short hair, curly, ish. Long story short, they would have had the hologram and he'd have been like this. But this is the old time conference where they hit the button and they come in like Charlie from Charlie's Angels. And breakfast is called breakfast because you're breaking the fast. Just found this out today. And my um nope, I didn't know that. Breaking the fast from sleep. I think I might have heard it somewhere, but I don't recall knowing it. So kudos to you. I am just as amazed. That's my random tidbit for the day. J Rob's like, hi, Robert, how are you? So, so my dad, they're like, Mr. Smith, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and I don't know what happened at this point because my dad's on the line. So I'm wondering, oh my God, did he break the law? Did he? My dad My dad don't break the law, but he will run right up alongside the line, and it don't matter if it's dotted or if it's the solid line. So and he'll be looking over like, do I have a little wiggle room? Any, just saying. So my dad's on the phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm not lying for you. I'm not lying for you. So he says, "Hey, baby, I know you're going to be real sad and broken up about this." So that's a clue, right? That's like, I don't know how hard it was, but I'm feeling like that's supposed to be a clue. But your Aunt Helen just passed. And it took every bit of strength that I had and every amount of characterization that I had to not say, who the hell is Aunt Helen? But I feel like he on the line for a reason. So I'm like, oh, he can't see me because, it's not 2022. They got holograms. They got holograms now, but they don't have holograms back then. And so I'm like still trying to figure it out. I'm going to put you guys, I'm going to put this into perspective for you. She was my great great grandmother's husband's sister. I don't even know if she was blood related. So, um, I did. Oh, I'm telling you, and you guys know we about to head into the Grammys, but no. We head into Oscar season because didn't somebody just get a Golden Glove award or something like that? Golden Glove. I'm making that stuff up because I don't know, but I can assure you, whatever that award is for best overall of the century performance, kid here deserves it because what I pulled out of my patukis was award winning. But when you laugh so hard, you just knock the wind out of yourself. I cried that hard. Keep in mind, this was like in a moment's notice. I grabbed the desk and the tears trickled. And my dad could feel it. He gets, what is that secondary award? Supporting actor. He gets that award. You all right, baby? You there? Your daddy can't hear you. Why are you telling me this? I can't get to you. And that's when the colonel, whatever sergeant, I don't know what his title is. It's been almost 40 years. There's 30 plus. Oh my. J. Rob says, pulling those hair if you have to get those tears running for Aunt Helen. Cue the tears was his signal. Exactly. Yep, that's my girl. So many tears like a real champ. Yo, it would have been hilarious if he just made a person up just to see if you have been fake crying your whole life. I haven't. That was why this was so miraculous. But I will let you know. That's when Colonel, Sergeant, whatever he was, Lieutenant, came in and said, that's what we're going to handle for you. We have officers that will get you home in as timely a manner as possible. Home was about an hour and 15 minutes away. Um, and hopefully your dad will have everything planned so you don't have to worry and you will be able to. And then the lady that, took the second trip to the Taj Mahal with me, she says, do you need to talk? Now, if I got to get home and it's going to take me an hour and 15 minutes, do I got time to chit chat? Just saying. Just sitting it out there because I understand she was there to do a job and things like that. But if time is of the essence, I'm like, well, you gonna go too? She was like, well, no, we can. So I'm confused. If you're not riding, I got an hour and 15 minutes. What's going on? And do you need help getting back to your room? I do. I do. I took every bit. I'm sorry, guys. Please, no judgment. We did talk about this. This was 88. 88. It was years ago, but I believe it was either 88 or 89. It was 88 because I went to school in 89. Okay. Long story short, long story short, um, I took every offering they gave. They wanted me to get home. They wanted to offer me condolences. They gave me, well, they did this when we were coming up, so I don't feel like this was out of the ordinary. But they had given us a like a travel allowance that weekend and things like that. If you were recruited and your recruiter was probably going to get something for getting you put in, your recruiter definitely gave you all kinds of incentives, I guess is the best way to say it. So yeah. And I availed myself of everything. We got back to that hotel, and I tell you what, I knocked everything off the shelf on into my suitcase. All of this is coming with me. Y'all should put me up in the best hotel, Hyatt downtown. Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I really did. So I get home. Yes, the family was all planning on heading on because I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the black families, they they look for reasons to kind of get together. So yeah, we got a funeral to go to. Ain't and one of them, it was probably 100 people up there. Ain't and one of them probably seen my Aunt Helen in the last 30, 40 years. My Aunt Helen was 105. 105. Just saying. Um, Somebody at the funeral said, I didn't know she was still alive. So, but that's the whole point I'm trying to make. Like, they didn't want me going into the army, and I don't think they killed her, but I think there was a sacrifice that was made or something. I'm not sure. So let me see. I'm going to say hello because I see comments that I've missed. Uh, uh, Dang it, Aunt Helen. So many good memories of us doing that one thing all the time. Right? Nothing. Uh, was this just to get you home? I mean, we did end up going. We did end up going. She did actually pass, but it was like I'm saying, my family, the entire family, it turned into like a mini family reunion. We had cookouts. It was a lot for people to not even know that she was still, around. None of them had been visiting. She had been staying. She had been in a nursing home for 3 or 4 years. So, like I said, she was 105, and she was related not to my grandmother, not to my great grandmother, but to my great great grandmother. So yeah, kudos. My work only gives you time off if the person who died actually majorly contributed to your existence. Ooh. Um, Aunt Helen's death was just convenient timing. It definitely was. That's what I could. I mean, I had one day to go at MEPS, and then I would have been in the army. She's in the army now. My brothers kept singing that to me. So my brothers kept singing that to me. They were like, "She's in the army now." I'm like, "I haven't even gone yet. Give me time, Oh, when you get there. So I think that my pops was like, I gotta save my baby. If it was one of the boys, that's one thing. But it's my only girl. I gotta save her. So he went into action. How many of you have a dad that would have tried to come up with this was just pure timing? It was a godsend because at the end of the day, my great great Aunt Helen, she did pass away. My family, we did all hit the highway, and we headed on back to where my dad's side of the family is. They're all from Portugal, and so they came in years and years ago through Ellis Island and kind of migrated out from Ellis Island to New York, and then from New York over into Jersey. the same, sorts of tales that everyone probably has somewhere in their history. So, long story short, um, it was going to be an opportunity for everyone to get home. My dad owned his own business, so he definitely helped contribute to the funeral. There was no issues or anything there. It was just great timing, but it was something that he used to keep me from going into the service. Isn't that amazing? I'm telling you right now, I think so. I remember seeing her, so I had to be older than 2, but I know I wasn't older than 5 or 6. I still remember thinking, who the hell? That was where the acting came in because I couldn't say that, and that was exactly what I wanted to say. Uh, which is worse, auntie as a future stepmom or unknown auntie? Ooh, that's very cryptic. When I die, I want real tears. Oh, don't talk like that, honey bunny. Jen, you're never dying, right? I'm still cracking up. I don't know. Tied her to the roof of the car and camping they went. My mother-in-law's name is Helen. No lie. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Dad didn't kill her, did he? Wait, she was 234 years old? No. At the time, she was 105. She would be 200 and no, she'd be 130 something now. 105? Yeah, isn't that crazy? Should be what? 88. That's what, 34 years? And she would be 139. Wow, that's ancient. That's like really old. And Crashly says, now we know who to go after if Jen ever goes into the army. Right? So what is everybody up to? You guys know Friday night, the 25th, that is when season two of Bridgerton is going to be out. And I can't wait. So I'm going to be getting together with my girls, Wolfpack Diamond Painting, as well as Marissa from the Crafty Heifer, and we are going to be discussing the first 2 episodes of season 2. She has posted on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, on Instagram. I don't know if it's connected to her Facebook, but she has posted on Instagram about that. And what she's posted on Instagram is that you'll be able to kind of join us for the discussion. Now, there will be a discussion also that kind of ties in the books along with the video. So we're going to go ahead and get everyone's reaction. I believe that there may be some watch parties. I don't have any. Otherwise, I would have kind of put them down in the box below so that you guys could copy and paste them and save them for later. But I think there's 2 watch parties set up. So I will get more information. Make sure you guys stay tuned, little video clips and things like that, because I will be doing a surprise little video and things like that. And I do, want to just entice you guys and make sure that everyone's excited about watching Bridgerton. One of the things that I love, if you guys have seen the clip, one of the things that I love is that little flirtatious triangle that it looks like they have. And I hope that one is just like really bitchy, because I do love those series, unfortunately. I love those series where there's just somebody in there that you all get together and hate. So with that said, I might as well just embrace that. I might as well embrace it so I can get together and there's someone, maybe 2 people in the series that I'm like, I don't think I like her, and I want to have a discussion and things like that. So I'm hoping that it's really going to not only give me that hue, but as I get older and more alone, I think that I do enjoy a lot of knee knocking and knee tangling when the knees start to, whew, tango and things. I love that. I think, oh, it's, nice to know that romance is still there, that I still can be bothered, for lack of a better word, because, we think we get old and we're like, I don't need that anymore. I certainly don't want to be like any of them old biddies that you see on TV and they be like, especially them old church ladies, they give you the most judgment. They pass the most judgment and they just forget that they were young once. And then it felt good to say, oh, look at his booty, and oh, I want to hold hands, and oh, he touched my elbow. They forget about that stuff. The things that made us all go, and to pick that certain person. I know we talked during my Love is in the Air collab, those things don't go away. As we get older, we look at our partner. If it's been a long time, you may want to punch them a little bit and things like that. But think back every once in a while and just really embrace what caused you to fall in the first place. And that's what we're looking for. Well, that's what I'm looking for when I watch those romantic, historic, series and things. So I hope that you guys are able to join me, give me some witty conversation. Let's see what everyone is saying. Jean says, your face when you showed your performance was priceless. Do it again. Oh, Jean, you're being bad. Now no one's going to believe me. I feel that judgment. She's still sitting at the campsite, scaring kids in her chair. Oh. One day, 2 hours, 26 minutes, and 18 seconds. That is right. Did you guys catch the premiere? Don't watch the premiere on YouTube. They were supposed to have like cast members and things. So they were showing like they were definitely showing like people who worked in the kitchen. They might have got that 5 seconds of screen time and they had 200 people at the watch party. I'm going to be at the end, episode 4. Check it out. And then they in there and they're like, and then the scene ends and then they're like, see, that was me. That was my butterfly. I'm sorry, wrong way. That was my butterfly. There was people at the premiere like that. I'm like, oh, don't interview them. I don't want to hear what they have to say. So I'm just saying, don't waste your time on the premieres. Let's get to the 25th so we can watch it, the real deal and everything. Hi, how are you? Wilma Jean, I was waiting for your countdown, Rebecca. One day, 2 hours, 24 minutes. This one rabbit hole you guys are not dragging me into. We're trying. Mom's trying to get you to do cross stitching, Jean. I just thought I'd bring it out. She asked earlier today. You hear? I said no, not happening. Don't ask me what I did Friday night on Saturday. Show us some bare booty. So I will say, just like I was talking about the military police and I missed an opportunity to be able to see some bum, I am hoping there's some good booty footage, just the kind that I'd be like, look at the booty, cup it and things like that. I don't see anything wrong with it. That's what it was the second most watched series ever on Netflix last year. Okay, so I'm not alone when I say, whoo, Lord, give me some more. That's what I'm getting at. Now, the rest of the world watched Squid Games, and I did watch that as well. And I don't know why, but it really is. And I hear a lot of people saying the same thing, that, it says something about people. I feel that is so true. It's a dichotomy. It's like it says something about me for watching because I wanted to see who would be next. That is crazy. And as you're watching it, the other dichotomy is, why are they staying? Why won't they leave? They had very legitimate ways out, and whoever was running the game made sure that they understood the rules, and they So that was something that was tripped out for me to watch as well. I never watched something where I questioned myself every episode and why I'm watching the next one. And then I questioned everything that was going on. There was like brother against brother going on. There was just the crazy aspect where, people were just greedy, and this was all for money that they had debt that they had accumulated and things. But the reason, like the gentleman, the main character, his reasoning for being in debt was just pure irresponsibility. So I don't know. And they say that there's going to be another one. So I do feel like that series kind of talks about, that's the Tia that didn't observe laws maybe when she was younger. Oh, yeah, I think that's who that one is. What do you guys say? 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 32 seconds. Woo! So when I said that there might have been a time or two where law wasn't observed, we did talk about my pack of gum incident. I forget how old I was. I did have that. I had a little fireball in me, fire starter in me at one point as well. I think you guys all know that. Um, and then there was a time where she wanted to race, but there's nowhere to race when you're 12 years old. So what do you do when you're 12 and you want to race? You don't want to ride bikes. You don't want to ride roller skates. I mean, race like, yeah, cars. So I used to drag race a long time ago. And keep in mind, I'm from Ohio. So it's not very hard. I know you guys all saw Footloose where they lined the pickup trucks. We just didn't have pickup trucks, but you line up along one of the roads, one of the dark roads. But we do it at night. We don't be out in the middle of the day where people, back there was cameras back then. There wasn't cellular cameras, but people still had the, news crew camera on their shoulder making home videos and things. So I did, Angie. I stole his car nightly almost. That was bad. Damn! Oh my gosh! I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? How's the grandbaby? You're looking beautiful. I haven't been on Facebook in months, but oh my gosh, you are so sweet. Oh, and I want to see pictures of that grandbaby because I bet the baby is getting so big. Oh, and it has been a while. You changed your name, but that is so cute. Thanks for coming to see me. So, yeah, we used to go out at night. And when I say at night, here in Vegas, we got lights. We could walk down the street, we could see each other. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? So when you live in Ohio and, you drive through, unfortunately, I hate to sound cliche, but we drive through cornfields to get from like one major city to another. And if you stay in a suburb or the outskirts of a suburb, then you drive through more cornfields than anything. So with that said, that is the major thing. But I was never caught. So, and I wasn't caught with the denting, but when I went in my pocket later on, I saw it and I went and showed my dad. He was so mad. And he was like, "Put your coat on. I'm taking you back to the store. They're going to take you to jail," and things. And then I think my mom smoothed everything over and was like, "Oh, Larry, stop it. Don't. She learned her lesson," or something to that effect. I don't remember the specifics, but I know I didn't have to go back and that gun was mine, so it was worthwhile. And so I didn't know if my dad had called and told on me or what, but I just remember the military police. That was the thought on my mind. I was like, but the gun was good. It was worth it. So back to the stealing the cars. That was the only other thing that I had done. But those stealing of cars never popped into my mind ever when the military police showed up. I only thought back to when I was, I think, 8. and I had stole that pack of dentine gum. She been stealing cars. Oh, something happened one time. Somebody's car slid off the road and came over, and something hit either a rock or something. It kicked up and hit my dad's headlight. She don't know how to work on cars until that daddy's car is messed up, and then you you got to do something. You got to get it fixed. So I had to get it fixed. I'll never forget. I had to borrow someone else's headlight to put into the car. I put the broken one in, and so when he needed the car the next time, it worked until we could get to, I think it was like AutoZone or something. And we bought the headlight, and then at another, day and time, we went ahead and fixed it. If you guys know me, just like I told y'all about that fire story, I can take something with me. I can take it to the grave. So somebody told about the headlight. He never found out. Never would have. That's what I'm talking about. When you're gonna do something, do it right. Don't let anything come back. And so, I was kind of mad about that. It was one of his friends or something. I was buying the headlight or something. Yeah, and they saw me or something like that. So I guess maybe I'm to blame. But they went and told she was buying a headlight. Looked like it was for your car, Larry. How do you get away? How do you get around that? So my grandbabies are doing great. Oh, thanks for asking. I love your channel. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yep, I'm surrounded by cornfields. Like, yep, Children of the Corn movie. That's exactly why. After the first one, I wouldn't watch that movie again because I was like, ooh, that looked like on up around Mr. Buckingham's farm. I'm not watching that movie. So, yeah, all the parents end up missing, and the kids is running the town. All right, I'm sorry. That was just, a little Angie humor. But yeah, so I'm getting carted off by the military police. Never did the stealing of the car, tearing up the headlight, none of that ever popped into my mind. I don't know why, but parents are very intimidating to children. And so I guess the moral of that story is I came home with that pack of gum in my pocket, even though I had an honest moment as a beautiful little 8-year-old child where I went to my daddy and I said, I still had the gum. I guess I forgot to put it back. And he just was like, I'm going to turn you in. You going to jail, I don't know if I would do that to my kids, but that stayed on my mind. The only trouble, I did have one other infraction. I forgot all about this. It was not too long after I had my driver's license, and I got stopped by the police. And the police stopped me to give me a ticket for not having a seatbelt on. However, I had my seatbelt on. My brother was in the car with me, and I was like, I had my seatbelt on. What are you talking about? No, I observed as I was about to pass you that there was no metal glint on the side of the vehicle. So that's why I slowed down and got behind you. No, I had my seatbelt on. My grandmother got in the car and put it on me because it looked like I was going to start the car up and go without putting it on. So I knew I had my seatbelt on. So because he told that lame story, I went ahead, took a couple pictures of me in my vehicle from the side with the seatbelt on, without the seatbelt. Back then it wasn't nothing but Polaroids, so I had a whole bunch of Polaroids. So I go to court for this incident, and something happened where the bailiff hadn't mailed it out, so they let it go. And they were like, okay, well, the bailiff made a mistake. We're just going to go ahead and dismiss everything. You're free and clear. Don't have to worry about anything. But that wasn't good enough for me because I had took pictures. I had taken pictures and I had done some work. I want y'all to hear this bull that he's saying. So we had to set a date to come back in so that I could, prove my case. And this fool didn't even show up. I was so mad, but I'm just saying that never popped into my head either. Again, it only went back to this gum incident. That must have been some delicious gum because none of that stuff ever popped in. So let's see. Me too. I hate that movie. Too many cornfields. My mom showed up at school to sign my work permit the day I. Shoot, gee. Oh, so the day you decided to skip, oh no, there would have been none of that. I wouldn't have nowhere to stay. So, oh my gosh, my father did everything. He was the only female. I mean, oops, sorry, Pop. He was the only male that volunteered. He was over our Spanish club. He was also I was in honors society. He was the only male parent. They would take when it came to doing the field trips and stuff, he would help organize and stuff. My dad was the only one that did that. Yeah, so it's gonna be known if I'm not at school. And usually, if I wasn't at school, he was the head of that association, and he was the reason that we weren't at school. He planned some, trip and stuff. We used to go to Chi Chi's. Chi Chi's was like a Mexican restaurant, but in the Midwest. It was crazy, and it was good. And they called it authentic Mexican food. Although I don't know how authentic it is in the middle of Ohio. But it was good. It was better than Taco Bell. So we used to go to Chi Chi's every other Friday. And that was great. And it had so many people. They were like, I want to be her friend because my dad would drive the car and things like that. So next thing you know, Spanish Club was really getting big and things like that. He was over Honor Society. I was in band. Um, Oh, I don't know why I joined this, but I was in this for 2 years also. Dungeons and Dragon. That was a different crowd, but I was in the Dungeons and Dragon club. I was in math club as well. Yep, I finished school early and had nothing to do because I had started off in private school. So I begged my dad to go to public school. And when I made the transition, like I had already done mostly all of the subjects that they were trying to put me into. And so I tested out a lot of that stuff. So my dad made me until I could just go ahead and start college. He made me take all these other electives and fill my time with different social clubs and stuff. At one point, I had I think 12 social clubs that I was a part of. It's crazy. It was crazy. And you should have seen my picture in the yearbook. It had, I think, altogether like 31 clubs and activities. I was cheerleader, majorette. I was on the dance team. You name it, I did it. That's why I was so small because I didn't have time to eat. School used to call my house about my infractions, but I'd unplug the phone from the wall between 3 and 5 so moms wouldn't get the call. That sounds like something that my younger brother would do. I played D&D. Oh, you were Dungeons and Dragons? Okay. Played Magic the Gathering also. I never played that, but I was in Dungeons and Dragons for 2 years. 2 years. I was in math club. I remember at one point I was like, I ain't gonna be able to make it this week. We got a game. I'll be here next week, but I got, some of my activities started conflicting, and I didn't have planners back then, but it's, my dad wanted to keep me busy. I guess it worked. I didn't have a baby until I was old. Like I remember by the time I had my first kid and I went to that first parent teacher conference meeting, where all the parents get together and we show fake love and we share cookies and they give us like a little Kool-Aid mixture. It's really like drink mix, 2 cups, and then a whole 2 gallons of water. I remember those days. So I'm in there. You want me to help you out? You want me to get, let me help you with that. And then the other girl's like, oh my God, how do they taste better? And I'm like, oh, that is so mean. So I was the old woman, 'cause I was like 25, 26. And yeah, yeah, that's horrible though, huh? But yeah, and then there were people in there that were still in high school, just saying. So that didn't make me feel good. Kool-Aid mixture is real. This was just like drink mix though. And it said it on the package, drink mix. So, um, oh my goodness. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of, get with you guys, chit chat a little bit. I know a lot of times, like last week, I was diamond painting. I did finish my diamond painting. I forget where I think I gave it to my little niece. Did I? Or I was giving it to her. I did want to share bug juice. Oh, that's good. I love bug juice. So I did want to share something that I've been working on. I know I showed this to you guys, and I'm just gonna share. I'm gonna share just again with you guys. Um, I don't know if you can see it. I know Rebecca showed these on her show. These are. I'm still trying to come up with a name. I showed them to you guys before, and I only had made a couple, and kind of sent them out with like my friendship collection, and a couple. Every once in a while, I sent them out with like a random. So this is Antique Romance. I know you guys saw the pin before, and so what I have been working on, and this is what Rebecca showed, is. And I know I showed it to you guys before, but I only had a few of them. They were just, for show. So now when my store opens, to see if you guys are liking these, you will get, if it's a picture with a pup pad. And I don't know yet if it's going to be called a pup pad because these are little pups. Or if it's going to be called, I had a nice little, someone called it a pen pillow, which I think is nice as well. And then I had another name. Billy had cradles, pen cradles. And then one of the things that I like about the cradles is I know that you guys, oh, where's my pen at? I know you guys know my girl, Redneck Beauty. And one of the things that I like about these pillows, pads, cradles is that your regular pens can lay in a cradle as well. Okay, and so when the site does open back up, I believe it'll be this week. Not only will the picture that comes with a pen pad, have this in there, but there will be some regular ones so that, hey, you may not want a Tia pen, but guess what? You may want one of my pillows, pads, cradles, whatever I'm going to go with. I haven't decided yet, and so I did want to be able to show that. Hopefully, you guys will favorite the store. The link is down below, and I do have pictures with the tips. The tips, they're just to make the pen look so pretty and help highlight the colors of the pen. If you want tips, there will be an additional cost, or they'll just come with a single placer, and then hopefully I'll have the placer that you see on top. But you'll see the pens, they'll have like a bronze tip, they'll have a gold tip, or they'll have a silver tip. Okay, so if you see one that says 4-placer, it'll come with a regular flat 4-placer, unless you select the option to have the bronze tips. And hopefully you guys will be able to see that I'm trying to make videos. I'm getting better with my technology, hopefully. So let's see, I see the chat is moving. You didn't know the ladies with the vodka additive? Ooh, I didn't, but I would love to. Mellie's here. How are you? I checked out your shop the other day, Tia, and favorited it. Oh, awesome! That means that when it opens, which will probably be either Sunday or Monday. I like to open them on Mondays because I definitely have my shipping set for the following week. One of the things that I usually do is I go back over everything with my drill. And so I do have a polisher, and I have like 3 different size polishers. And what I do after an order has been placed with all pins is I put my polisher on and I go back over and polish it, because sometimes just kind of sitting around, especially if it was fresh off coming out of I do have this this is a resin box that you guys see right here. I'll show you a little bit when my close up. I don't know if you can see it, but look at that light. Woo. So if you could see the UV box, once they go inside, and they come out, sometimes they're maybe a little bit, I don't know, it's hard to say. And then I'll, kind of swab them down with, alcohol and things and let them sit. And then you have a nice smooth finish. But sitting sometimes, until what happens is sometimes, not everyone, they may get particles in them that fall on them. I'm always cleaning up clay and shavings and things. And so what I normally do is I just kind of polish around them before I send them out. So that's why you see my shipping time a little bit longer, because I want to make sure that I just go back over everything. I have been polishing each one, and I'm starting to send them out in like if you win something, yours probably came like this. This is my old way of shipping. And it was like, oh, what a nice surprise. And we go in, oh, wow, this is beautiful. And then when you open it up, guess what? Your pen is in there. But I have been shipping the ones that are paid for. I've been shipping those in like a velvet encasing, which is great, right? Dreamer, the link is down below. My pompal .etsy.com. It should be down below. But yeah, that's what I pretty much have been working on. I've been diamond painting. I've been working on smaller paintings and finishing up stuff. So I've been diamond painting, and then when I'm just tired of diamond painting, give myself a little break. I have been switching back over to just working on the pup pads and things like that. So last year, just to kind of real quickly give you guys an idea, I was working with just a clay that Crashly and Billy had both told me about, but I didn't know about it at the time. So when I got it, the Sculpey 3, I was like, oh, Sculpey 3, just so you guys know, it has better colors. It has all the pretty, colors, but it's too soft to do anything with. And it dries, or cures is the better word. It cures brittle. So unless it's something that's just going to sit there and not be touched and not be manipulated, then what'll happen is it will, it'll break, over time. So it really is for things that are going to be like statues or items that are just going to be for show. Nothing that'll need any type of manipulation. But with that said, I had a ton of Sculpey and Sculpey 3, and everybody knew. Everybody knew about Sculpey except me. So I felt like I bought the store out, the factory and everything out. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I just need to find a way to get rid of it. So what I did was I created several of these, not only just with my old Sculpey. See how pretty the colors are? They're vibrant. What I did was I bought a ton. When I say a ton, I bought a ton of Primo, which is the better quality clay, the translucent. I bought a ton of translucent. And what I did was I did a 1-for-2 conversion. So for every, half an ounce of color, I did 2 ounces of Primo, so that I'm at least cutting it in and using it. And what I think I came up with was, this product is so sturdy because translucent is already Primo, and it is already something that a lot of people came with when it comes to clay. But the way that it took to the colors, like I don't feel there's a lot of distortion in the colors at all, and they are so like the way that it cured, beautiful, beautiful. I haven't sanded these. I haven't polished or buffed these. That's how beautiful these are. I haven't done anything. Fresh out the oven. And I let them stay in the oven for, because of how thick the blocks are. I let them stay. You can tell now, see, that I haven't done anything. Yes, that has a little bit of sparkle in it. It maintained a lot of the hue. This was more of a pearl. So, I'm excited about, what I can maybe do and come up with my old colors and things, my old clay. Like I said, I bought a ton of translucent, and that was the purpose, so that, can give us some quality products and things. So perhaps I'll be making several of these little pup pads. And then I did have, I think I can't remember if it was Cheryl or who, either Cheryl or Mickey. They have been working with me with ideas behind the scenes for over a year, just so you guys are aware. And so I don't want to, take credit. Um, Cheryl literally asked me when I first started making pins, could I make a pin that did not roll? And so for a long time, I was working maybe on a pen that had like a flat surface, but I didn't like it. I felt like it, when you go to grab your pen, there would be only one way that you can hold it. Um, and so when I was talking to Mickey, I used to talk to Mickey all the time, all the time. She's definitely somebody that before Zoom, where everybody piled into the room, we would do like a Facebook chat. So every once in a while, I definitely reach out. And she was like, well, maybe there's some way you can, put it on a stand or something. And I was like, yeah, I'll see. But I wasn't thinking of like, this. So I forget how it might have been Cheryl. I just know that between bouncing my ideas off of one versus the other, going back, bouncing another idea off, eventually, making it a cradle is what came up. And I was, really pleased. I had already created one and sent it out. And then the exactly. And then the nice part about it was right as I had just kind of finalized it, I was starting to get, yeah, why don't you, make something where the pen can sit on. I think two of them. I, I think Cheryl said, make one that's like the length of two of them, or that they are apart and things like that, so the pin can sit on top. I don't know. I'm sharing the ideas with you guys. Maybe you guys would be able to give me further insight. But I do think the one block is something that's a great add-on to a pin that you order. It's not going to cost you any more. I just, I'm looking at it because one day when I was diamond painting, and this was probably during the monster collab that we had, my pen, I was holding in my hand and it fell onto my clay glass, and I was just trying to move it out the way so I could get to my other project, and it fell. And I was like, so I was thinking, I have this whole area built up around me. But what if there are people who they just sitting at one desk and it rolls and falls and hits the floor and things like that? What are they doing? And then I started seeing on Facebook different posts where people would order pins from Diamond Art Club, and came in and they had it, they worked with it for 2 days, and then the pin rolled and fell. And so that was really where it was like, oh, come up with something. But yeah, this is a great idea. So hopefully you guys agree, and you think uh, the kids block. Okay, I remember it was something, I love Treasure Studio art drills. Yeah, they do have new drills, Chantel. And that was something that they were working on. So one day, 1 hour and 51 minutes. Just so you guys know, that is the countdown to Bridgerton. I can't wait. So, yeah. So you guys do know, speaking of Treasure Studio Arts, that there is an awesome collab right now going on, and it's called the Beautiful Spring Collab, and it is with DP Addiction Adventures. It's my honey bunny. You guys know her as J Rob, as well as Lizzie, my Lizzie from Lizzie's World of Gems. So they are doing a beautiful, they're doing a canvas that has a bee, and I believe it was created by, it was Soooo. I don't want to mess his name up. Sal something. And I love his artwork. It is so fun, and it's not created on a scary aspect. So when you round out certain characters and things, I think they make them look fun. They make them, look cute, and I don't know, cutesy wootsy, I guess is the term I'm going for. But I like when I see a character more rounded out, and I feel like that's what he does. If you've noticed any of his canvases, I think he did a canvas where the girl from Beauty and the Beast, Belle, she's outside in the winter and she has her little red. And he just rounded her and the animals and the snow, rounded them out instead of having some straight edges. And I feel like it just made the painting so cute and so fun. So if you guys have an opportunity, make sure that you guys check out Treasure Studio Arts because the bee canvases are available. You can join that collab just started last Friday and it's running until the end of April, which means you guys will, be able to get a little bit of a breather before me and Billy and Lizzie start our Lizzie along. We are going to be doing Lizzie Falcon paintings. You guys know that's my buddy. She's going to be coming out here to Vegas. Can't wait to go hang out with her. So I'm going to check on her this weekend also and see what she's doing and make sure her plans are still involving me. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to do was kind of get on here. And like I said, I started this live, if you guys missed it, with an homage to this season's, straight look. So you guys know that probably next week, unless something happens and I'm not able to get to Alta, but probably next week my curls will be back. You guys know I do go straight for the cooler months, but it is going to be in the 90s for the next few days, which is going to be too hot to wear my hair straight. So I decided that I would come on here and do one last straight look and share some stories with you guys as you diamond paint or cross stitch or play with your clay or color and share just some crazy stories with you guys about, me one time almost getting close to enlisting in the armed forces. Yep. And where that came from was I was thinking earlier, I wonder what would have happened. You ever think about the road that you didn't travel, And that's where that thought had came from earlier today. So it's definitely really sweet. Hi, sweets. Where you been? Where you been? I'm about to go and you come in and say, hi, how you doing? You missed an awesome story. It's funny. Are you working? So you, it's okay. I like teasing you though. um, you guys know my sweet. She had a pen named after her last year. Sweet Misty Blue. Nobody but me loved it. It was probably just too much blue, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see how you guys feel about Ocean Breeze. I think I sold one or two of those Sweet Misty Blues, but you guys all seem to like Ocean Breeze. I do have, let me, eh, eh, eh. Sorry, my arms are getting shorter. Ocean Breeze, the pen. Ocean Breeze. I'm sorry, Ocean Breeze, the pup pad, the cradle, whatever you guys want to call it. I forget. Pillow. So I made the blue brighter, because the blue from Sweet Misty Blue was it was a lot, dark. It was like a dark navy blue and gray. Yeah. So there we go. There you go. So I shared what I was up to. I shared with you guys, why, you're not seeing me diamond painting. I'm just showing my clay items off. A lot of these came out today. Obviously, I'll spend the rest of the night kind of polishing and buffing and things, getting ready to open my Etsy back up. Hopefully, you guys like, what you see. So, with that said, I thank you all for coming out. It's been a great evening. Had a good time kind of sharing with you guys some crazy stories. Please, no judgment. Don't hold those against me, guys. I was very young and my mind was just formulating. Just formulating, just coming out. I think I turned out kind of all right, even though, like I said, I learned to just ride up against the line of the law. And I just smoothly, you know, maybe gently just bump the line. I tried never to actually go over the line, even if it was a dotted line. But for the most part, I think I'm a really good person, and I don't like to break the law. uh, Nor could I, because I'm a licensed professional. Uh, but thank you all for coming out and having a little bit of fun with me tonight. Had a great time. Tune in next week. Hopefully you guys will get a quick glimpse of me back with my curls. This has been a fun season. It was up and down, but it was more cold than not. And so, yeah, I hope you guys had a little curl, put a little effort in, but yeah, the curls are coming back and the hair's not going to be straight. So thank you all for coming out, and you have a great rest of your evening. Bye.